Assalamu alaikum and good morning, students. So today you have completed your term 1 exam, midterm exam, and submitted the answer sheet also. Maybe due to the examination, you have not gone through the all videos of how do organisms reproduce. So go through all the videos, and in this video, I'm going to explain some important questions and the notes and solution of the exercise you will get on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so start with the first question. The question is, how will an organism be benefited if it reproduces through spores? As students, you are knowing there are the two main type of reproduction, sexual and asexual. And spore formation is a type of asexual reproduction. Okay, so the question is there that how the organisms be benefited if it reproduces through the spores. So the answer is the spores are covered by the thick walls that protect them until they come into the contact with suitable moist surface and can begin to grow. Okay, students, spores are the small structure and it is produced by the sporangium and they are protected by the thick walls. And when the spores are getting the favorable conditions for them, means the moist surface and the nutrition for them, they start begin to grow. Till then what happen? They can remain in the atmosphere. So this is a benefit for the organisms which reproduces by the spores. And additional information I want to give you, like the most of the fungi like the Penicillium mucor, they are all reproduced by the spore formation. Understood? This question I have taken from the last year board exam paper and it's very important question. The question is, draw a neat diagram showing fertilization in a flower and label pollen tube, male germ cells, female germ cells. Okay, so diagram students I have not given in this. You can go through the diagram. Already in my video I have given it. Now the question is, explain the process of fertilization in a flower. And what happens to the ovary and ovule after fertilization? It is a 5 marks question. And you can see here the question has been subdivided. Okay. So the question answer is, when a mature pollen grain reaches the stigma of a flower, by which process? By the pollination. Okay. It absorbs the sugary secretion of the stigma, swell ups and rupture. Okay. The pollen, what happened? It absorbs the sugary substance which is present in the stigma, and then it swell and then it rupture and it divides and releases two male gametes. In one pollen grain, how many male gametes are there? Two male gametes are present. These two male gametes move down to the style and reach to the ovary while the pollen tube. When the pollen grain sit on the stigma, they start developing the pollen tube. And via the pollen tube, what happened? The pollen grain reach to the ovary. And on entering the ovule of the ovary through a small opening called the micropyle, then the male gametes are entering in the ovule to the small opening that is called micropyle. Here what happened? One of the male gamete fuses with the female gamete to form a zygote. Okay. Two male gametes are there. So one male gamete fuse with the female gamete and form the zygote. And this process is called fertilization. Here another male gamete is also present. This another male gamete fuse with the two polar nuclei. Okay, by the process of triple fusion. Two polar nuclei and one male gamete. So totally three cells are there. That's why it is called triple fusion. Since the fertilization has occurred twice, here what you can say, two male gametes are fuses. one with the female gamete and one with the pollen nucleus. So two times the fertilization occur. It is also called double fertilization. Okay. Then the next part of the question is what happened that what the changes take place after the fertilization, means what are the changes of post fertilization. Number one, ovary develops into the fruit and the ovule develops into the seeds. Look, the outermost is ovary, inside ovary ovule, and inside the ovule there is female sex cell. Now this female sex cell after fertilization convert into the zygote, and this zygote by the multiple time division convert into the embryo. Okay, so the outermost ovary convert into the fruit, the ovule convert into the seeds, and the female sex cell convert into zygote, and then the zygote convert into embryo, that is the baby plant. So this is a question of 5 marks with the diagram. Now the next question. This is also question of the last year paper only. Some sub part I have taken of 5 mark question. Your question is what is puberty? Puberty is the age at which sex hormones begin to produce and reproductive organs of both male and female become functional, is termed as puberty. In simple language, we can say the puberty is the age at which the male and female become the sexually mature. Now the next question. Why are testes located outside the abdominal cavity? So the testes are located outside the abdominal cavity and they are located in a pouch which is called scrotum. Why located outside? To provide an accurate temperature for the process of spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis means the production of sperms. And the process of spermatogenesis require 2 to 3 degrees Celsius less temperature than the body. Okay, and that's why the testes are located outside the abdominal cavity. So student, today I have discussed the important questions of the board paper also and from your textbook in text questions also, which are frequently asked in the board exam. So go through this and the notes point and solution of the exercise I will send through the PDF in the WhatsApp group. So after your midterm exam, complete the work in your notebook. Have a nice day ahead. Now question number 2. Next question. Can you think of reason why more complex organism cannot give rise to a new individuals through regeneration? What is regeneration? Regeneration is also a mode of sex, means mode of reproduction in which what happened, it is not considered as a normal reproduction. Here what happened, if an organism's body accidentally or if we cut the body of organism into the pieces, then each piece will grow the remaining part and convert into a new organism. Okay, so here the question is what is the reason that the more complex organism cannot give rise to the individuals through regeneration? Regeneration can occur for the simple level organisms like the planaria. Answer is the reason is that the complex organisms are not merely random collection of the cells. They are not having the same type of the cell. Multicellular organisms are having the specialized cells which are doing the special function. So specialized cells are organized in them as tissues are organized in organs. Okay, so the specialized cells are there which is doing a specific function, and these cells are making a group of this group of cells are known as the tissue, and the tissues which are doing the specific function, they are making the organs. So in a multicellular organism or a complex organism, what happens, there are the different organs are there. Okay, and every organ is doing a specific function. So these organ has to be placed at definite position in the body. So the regeneration is not possible in the multicellular organism. Okay. We are having at a particular place our hand, a particular place our nose or eyes, etc. Okay. So if the body has been cut, so the remaining part cannot be grown because there are the specialized cells are there. Clear? So the question was why it is the regeneration is not appropriate for the complex organism. So what the answer is that the complex organisms are having the specialized cells which organize in them and as tissue and organize in organs, and these organs are placed at the definite position in the body. Now the next question, how is the process of pollination different from fertilization? These are the two different processes. First is pollination and second one is fertilization. What are the main differences between them? Pollination, the first point, the transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of a flower is called pollination. Anther is located on stamen. So you can say the transfer of pollen from anther to the stigma of a flower is called pollination. Okay. It takes place by various pollinating agents. There are the different agents like the wind, insect, bird, human, okay, water, by which the what happened the pollens move from the one flower to another. So there are the different agents are required for the pollination. While the fertilization is a process when the male gamete with the fuse with the female gametes. Fuse or joins also the word can be used. Fertilization is a process of fusion of male and female gamete. Okay, and it takes place by natural or artificial means. Understood, students? So these are the two main difference. Pollination, transfer of pollen from anther to the stigma of a flower, while the fertilization is the fusion of male and female gamete. For the pollination, the different pollinating agents are required, while the fertilization takes place by natural or artificial means. Now the next question. What are the functions performed by the testes in human beings? Students, you know very well that testes is a part of male human reproductive system, and it is the primary organ of the male reproductive system. Now what are the main functions? The function of testes. Why here testes? This TES is used for the singular and this testes is used for the plural. Okay. So the function of testes are when a male reach to the age of adolescent, the testes start production of the male gamete. Okay. So testes produce the male gametes in the human male which are called sperms. And testes also produce a hormone called testosterone. So a hormone called testosterone is produced in testes, and this testosterone control the development of reproductive organ and secondary sexual characters. What are the secondary sexual characteristics in the male? Like the growing of the facial hair, protruding of the shoulder, the deep voice. Okay, so these are the all secondary sexual characteristics. What is the primary? That is the production of the sperm, and it has been done by the testes. Clear? Now the next questions. How are the modes of for reproduction different in unicellular and multicellular organisms? Okay, the answer is in a unicellular organism, asexual reproduction take place. As you know, there are the two type of reproduction, asexual and sexual. So in unicellular organism, asexual reproduction take place. And in asexual reproduction, only one organism is required. Okay. No special cells are present for reproduction. For reproduction, there are not the specific any cells are present, and no special organs are present for reproduction. So in unicellular organism, which type of reproduction take place? Asexual reproduction. And in this, only one organism is required. No special cells are present for reproduction, and no special organs are present for reproduction. Understood? While in multicellular organism, what happen? The sexual reproduction take place. Okay? And in sexual reproduction, how many parents are involved? Two. So a male and a female both are required in these methods. And special cells are present for reproductions. Like in human male, it is sperm. In human female, it is ova. Special organs are present for reproduction, located at the fixed position in the body. Clear? So these are the main difference between the reproduction mode in the unicellular organism and multicellular organism. In unicellular asexual reproduction, multicellular sexual reproduction. Now the next question. What could be the reasons for adapting the contraceptive methods? Contraceptive method means to prevent the pregnancy. The reasons can be first to control the birth rate and prevent the increased population. The second one is to reduce the adverse effect on mother's body due to the frequent pregnancy. As I already explained while the topic was going on, sometimes the mother's age is not appropriate. That time also it is useful, and if the frequent pregnancy, to avoid that also use. Next, to provide the safety from the sexual transmitted diseases. Okay, sexual transmitted diseases means STDs like the AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis, etc. So these are the main reasons for using the contraceptive methods.